they killed what they created, which is a slave. And that's why they had a civil rights movement. So the number one reason I'm against the amnesty is because if you allow immigrants to come over here and you give them a job, you give them housing, black people immediately become slaves. What that means is that what we're not used to, we will then have to get used to. That means there'll be more black people downtown, homeless on Skid Row. What that means is that all those that are black, that are educated, can y'all hear me? That are educated, would then have to fight for a spot just to work at something simple. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. That means that black people will have to fight for simple jobs like McDonald's. And if you have a degree, that means that you can't work at McDonald's because you're too smart. That means if you have a degree and you decide to go work inside of a federal building, any type of federal building, your education is not high enough. The reason I'm against the Amnesty Act is because it doesn't just apply to Mexicans, but it applies to all Jews, the Arabs,
Haitians,
the Africans, because you got to realize that there's different types of blacks. You have Africans who come over here because they want to learn about the white man, so they can go back and they can teach their people about the positive things of the white man. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, I'm going to be honest. And then when they get here, they treat the black people who they consider tacadas, which are cotton pickers, mixed with the European blood. We are then put on the back burner. We're not looked at as the same. We're then separated. This Amnesty Act not only comes through the black people, but through our families. Because then you have different types of black. You have Belizeans, you have Jamaicans, you have Haitians.
Dominican Republic.
So I'm against this act because then it has to teach our children to the way that we taught them to be, which was care, love, kindness. We then have to detect their chip and teach them how to be racist. Because nowadays, these Hispanics, they look at us as niggas, ignorant. You know what I'm saying? The root word of nigger really was Niger. That was the kings and queens of the goddesses. That's why they had the Niger River. I'm against the Amnesty Act because at the end of the day, all it boils back to is racist wars. Right here. It teaches our black men to degrade our black women because now it's about the money. If the black woman don't have the money, then you go to another race and you begin to break down your race. And you create a raceless society. Anything that isn't fully black and you mixed is raceless. I'm against this act because at the end of the day, we don't have our black family. We don't have that black
unity.
Family unity.
Right.
You know, this is teaching us to not love each other. This is teaching us to break down. This is that conquer and divide or divide and conquer.
Self-hate.
If it's self-hatred. So I'm against the Amnesty Act. I'm against all those that are not American. I'm not going to lie because I've been here all my life. And like they say, they kill what they created in their Civil Rights Act. They feel like they created a slave. So if you have children and you don't have papers on them, guess what? They belong to the state. And if they pass this Immigration Act, guess what? They can walk into your home and take your children because you have no paperwork on your kids because they're considered slaves. So I'm against the Amnesty Act.
All right.